So now we'll start with, see, now look at APT. Now you will say, now APT is looking better. See, sometimes we had, when you remember what I said, let's forget about it. This is what I used to say. Let's forget about it. Why? What does it mean? That means unless we see a good progress or good move, there is nothing to think about that. Right? Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. It is breaking above this line, and especially when it reaches a 7.7 plus, then it's even more interesting, and so on. And once it breaks above this zone, 9 10 per, dollar zone, then it could perform like this because it has done it. So why not, right? So look at this. This is so boring. But what if it starts something like this? And it would be amazing, isn't it? So that's why I would not say patience. I would say look at the levels it breaks, because the levels are important. It broke this, then broke this. It kept on breaking it. Now somebody is holding it here, and it had hit R1 and doing nothing on this supports. So what can we do? I am not going to advise that what you should exit or not, as I explained, because I explained the guidelines and best practices. One has to understand that it is breaking one after another, and it's a choice, right? And here it was near critical support, consolidating nearby, so I didn't bother to remove this because this was not a major breakdown. It was consolidating little in that range, so that's why I wasn't concerned. Now we can see that it's improving. So APT is naturally now a potential good candidate. ECH is bouncing. Look at this. So we have this arrow. Now you'll understand that now this retest is complete. This retest is complete. Now it's heading forward. Pretty good. Do I have to explain more? I don't think so. Now BSV is new candidate. Is today is down. Don't worry, because it went up by 25% plus yesterday. So that's why today there's some kind of book profit booking. But I have added because it is now performing better than BTC, or I would say improving. The BTC pair is improving. That's why I have added. And there's another reason why I added, that the Binance futures have added, they have added PSV. And third reason is the COPA case, COPA. You can read about it. The legal court case in the UK is going on. The trial begins in January. I know everybody hates BSV. I would say 99% of 99.9% people hate. And right now my stand is neutral. I don't hate. I neither hate nor love it. Okay, because first of all, I have no emotions to any coin. But point is, I'm not like people who hate just because. And basically, there is no need to assume he's fraud. I think it's hard to believe he is Satoshi because uh, he has to provide proof. So I think those who are saying I don't believe he's Satoshi because he hasn't provided required proof, I can agree with that statement. But if someone says he's not Satoshi, he's fraud, I think I don't agree with that statement. It's like that. So the way is, the my stand is very clear that I would agree him as Satoshi if he provides enough proof. Now, not necessarily the private key, even if he provides bank statement where he can say, this is my, I have started bitcoin.org domain, and he can share the credit card statement that he was actually, he bought the bitcoin.org, because that's where the Bitcoin white paper was uploaded for first time, remember? So that's why, so it's like, if you forget your house key, it doesn't mean that house is not yours. right? I'm not defending Craig, as I said, but that is not. You can prove that house was purchased by you, so that makes you owner, and then you can create another key legally, another key, and then you can enter your house like that. So losing your key or not having key doesn't mean you don't own the house. So what Craig has to do is he has to provide enough proof to the court, legal proof, that he was the one who started off, right? So people only focus that he should sign the private key. I don't agree with that statement. So that's why my stand is neutral at this moment. And and who knows, people might get surprised. Okay, so be ready with the surprise. If he wins, then people will really disappoint. And but for now I have added simply because of the price action. Okay, because if you look at the downtrend, okay, this downtrend is actually over, right? Whether you draw trend line from any angle, and that's why I have added. Very simple reason. But there are two other reasons which I wanted to share with you. That what if he wins? What if he wins? So I'm open at this moment whether you are with me or not, because I have no strong opinion. We have to be open minded. What if he wins? If he wins, very simple, BSV will become Bitcoin, BTC will go down. And if you want to know more about it, read the ETF paper submitted by BlackRock. They have mentioned Craig's name. Okay, page 49 of ETF that is submitted to SEC. And that's where they have mentioned that they will follow the blockchain which will be considered as the original chain. And that's that paragraph, when you read, there is Craig's name, and then there is a reference of the court case that is going on. So point is, BlackRock might use BSV if Craig wins. So we have to be open about it. Okay, so I'm not speculating anything. Whatever I said is fact. And another fact is Craig hasn't lost any legal case. He won against Kleiman in Miami. He won the Bitcoin white paper case. People might argue that the 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 Cobra, who was the host, um, controlling the website, didn't appear. That's why Craig won. The point is, if I go and say, uh, this white paper belongs to me, do you think that people will not fight against me? No, right? If you go and can you claim that white paper was written by me and nobody will fight against you, and you will just win because that person will not appear, the person who has uploaded or hosted? I don't buy that statement. So the point is, there are a lot of gray areas. I'm not saying everything, but this is also fact that he won two major cases and he hasn't lost any case. So there is no reason. So we should not consider him Satoshi only if he uh, loses. So point, or other way around, we should consider him Satoshi only if he wins, right? Whatever way you want to see. So that's my point of view. He has to win for him to prove. Anyways, but I chosen BSV not because of the Copa case or case against with the Copa, um, but purely based on price action. Okay. So this is newly listed. 79 is the resistance. It's a beautiful chart. It has broken the downtrend. This was the first major attempt, and then retraced. But this was not deep enough, and then this an attempt, and then this was a successful attempt. That's why this is good. And this is the R1, first one. The Doge, now Doge, there's no major price action. So it's flat. So I'll keep on saying that there's nothing much in, but it might get some heat. Who knows? At this moment, there's nothing. So I will continue to say that it's not attractive at this moment. Now, Ethereum is now bouncing off this a marginal cross down, but nothing major. So it's improving. Anyway, Ethereum is this is a huge ascending triangle, which is very positive. So maybe if we look at the trajectory by month end, if it can reach here, then we can expect some breakout based on the pattern we see. FET is now trying to go above level A. So as I mentioned earlier, if it enters into zone, this orange box, then it should because here there were rejections, so probably entering here will be very positive. Anyway, this is positive consolidation. There is nothing, and if you look at this one, this is interesting. Yeah, but this is so close that I don't want to go at a level. But yeah, this is a slope. Anyway, this is whole entire thing is consolidation. You can actually th keep it very simple. You know, this you can assume this is like white zone, support zone, consolidation zone, like this. And then it's still, so in this zone it's doing nothing, up and down, up and down. But once it enters into this, then that would be awesome. So you can see that it's looking positive anyway. So that's good. FIL, another attempt heading towards A, level A, right? And there's not much change. So like last week, as I said, if it breaks above this, then it's good. And then if it breaks above 5, then it will be awesome. And I think this is where it should get the boost. FTM is also improving, nice looking bounce off this critical support. So I would say the same. Above A is good, and then about this level is awesome. And once it breaks above, then we are looking for the moon, as people say. I think I don't use that word, but just for fun. I think this pattern is still valid. So this we could see the symmetry. Now you can say that this is potentially, so if it goes up and completes this green path, then we can say it could create the inverse head and shoulder indicated by these three arches, which I had identified long back. The only thing is the pattern got bigger. That's the only difference. The center point was here earlier. Now the center point is here. That means the pattern itself has gotten wide. I mean, it has widened basically. That's the only difference. Pattern hasn't changed. But we cannot say inverse head and shoulder at this moment. Only if it completes the yellow path, sorry, green path, and comes to this level, then only we can say that this could happen. And once this happens, then we can say that it is inverse head and shoulder. At this moment, we cannot say, but nothing wrong in identifying at an early stage, and we can always invalidate if it breaks below. So until it is invalidated, nothing wrong in projecting this. So look at this. I think I had indicated that these were attempts, and then this deep is not this correction is not deep enough. Now you can see the effect. It has broken above. I don't think anyone would have any doubt about link coin. And this link coin is going through the major consolidation. So let me put this white box now, including S1 and R1 from a bigger picture point of view. Let me show you this one. Though it is looking good, the real fun begins above R1. the real fun. The R1 is just one immediate resistance. The real fun begins. Why? Because this is like a dam, water dam. If the dam is broken, this is this is likely to unleash tremendous amount of energy because of this consolidation. Remember, longer the consolidation, greater the output. Now, this it's not just upside, but if it would have gone down, if hypothetical, then it could have gone down deep, like this much. You remember? So if it is not going down, that means it is going to go up in a big way. So it's like that. When you see consolidation, end of the consolidation, wherever is the breakout on the upside or downside, we're likely to see major move. So here we are on the side of we have taken the side of the upside breakout. That's why R1 is the breakout level, though it's a resistance, of course. But R1, after R1, there's no major resistance, but then R2, these are interim resistance, remember. So when it moves, it is going to face some resistance. This is R1, R2, R3, whatever, right? Because when the trend progresses, there are always some checkpoints in between. There are like, you know, interim resistance we call these. So these are R1, R2, and R3, and we will see that. And when until the wave is complete. So Link is looking amazingly well. Matic is up by 6%. It's good to see moving away from B, heading towards A. And I don't have to explain more. Looking positive about A would be good, about S1 will be awesome, and about this one. So, you know it. As I mentioned last week, even if it was down, I said this pattern hasn't changed. This pattern hasn't changed. Maybe a little longer, but it hasn't changed. Yeah. This is a beast, isn't it? On if you track it daily, you will find that why it is going ups and down, ups and down. But when you look at weekly and monthly, you will see that it is super strong. I'll show you. Look at this monthly green, bigger one. You see? So, but if you look at daily, let me show you daily. It has a lot of ups and downs. It's not pumping. It has. I don't use the pump because look at down, up, then hesitance down, up. You see this and also this down. So if you're tracking at 12 hours or intraday or daily, you will go mad. You are always confused with this coin. You have to go higher. Then you see clarity. Look at this. So I have been telling that, and this is the coin actually started moving up first, in my knowledge. I mean, there could be some other, but I'm talking about 15 coins that we have. This was the leader, and I've been telling that this is the strongest among all. Why? Because the bottom was here. Remember, December was here. So many coins came near to this December, and this didn't even break even March level. Are you any? I mentioned that this dip is normal because it retraced off from this R1. Probably I'll just change this to like this. Doesn't matter much actually. And then now it will try to go up again. Try to go up, and then I'll share R2 soon. Once it breaks above R1, I'll share R2. But yeah, so it's not going down as you could see, right? Approaching R1, so that's positive. SOL has broken above the green level. Congratulations. We got something. We got something. So SOL is amazing. 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 Oh, by the way, RNDR. Do I have green level? Oh yeah. Probably, you know what? I do have a green level here, but it's okay. I won't change it. So SOL is looking amazing, isn't it? Remember all these points. Remember this. Yeah. Also, this is a massive, massive consolidation. She's heading forward. I'm fine. Yeah. It has hit S3, but you know what? This was allowed S3. It's little timing wise. It's disappointing that it retraced from here. Um, However, from a longer run point of view, because this is swing coins. Remember, this is not one of resistance. This is swing. That means it's about the trend. So the trend started from here, it retraced, and then we are looking for upside move. So S3 is not broken. So there's no reason why we should remove it for now. We should keep it from the list. I mean, we should not remove it. And then once it breaks above our S1, then it should go for R1. That's how it looks like. XRP is a little sluggish, but not a problem because, as I mentioned, the trend is still intact. The support is not broken. It put pressure here, and also again, nevertheless, also it won. It is out of that legal thing. SEC has dropped the case. I think they are not pursuing further. So it's a good news for XRP. Um, at this moment, the price is not hasn't reflected to that news. But as I said, I mean, news are not so important. Price is important. Is if the news doesn't change price, then what the meaning of that news is just informative. Because to me, change price change is the real news. This is how I put. If the price is positive, then it's a good news. If price is negative, then it's bad news. The other news are okay, not so important. Uh, what else? Yeah, that's it. Everything is nice. Everything is nice. But if you have any doubt, ask me. Otherwise, I think this is a great week, I believe, and looks like then next week is likely to be even better. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.